my name is Santeri Koivisto and I run a startup called Teacher Gaming, which main thing, well, it has been for 1.5 years, but it will probably be for the next couple of years too, Minecraftedu, which is the educational version of Minecraft. And probably everybody knows what Minecraft is, but what Minecraftedu is that when you think of a kid playing Minecraft at for example, home, you see the 3D environment and what he or she is doing there. The teacher can now view the whole thing as from a different perspective, which you can see the whole thing as a learning environment. So basically, what that means, you can record, starting with a recording and managing what can be done there. For example, currently, like basic vanilla Minecraft is just like a survival context, natural environment. You start building and you start surviving, and there are monsters and there are maybe other players. And now with the EDU, you can manipulate the world. So some of the, for example, you can disable like a player versus player combat or creatures, and you can create different kind of worlds. And you can also freeze students if you feel that you want to give instructions, because when they are in a very flow state and very engaged and they do all sorts of things, it's a very powerful tool to just stop everything what's happening. And that's one of the key features that we implemented at the very beginning. And then there are also some content curation, that you can create. You can we are coming up with content sharing tools, like a content repository. Those teachers are due to 2 or 3 months, hopefully from now. And yeah, you can set up assessments, and there are a whole bunch of, 95%, we came up with an idea, but 95% of how it is now is basically what the teachers have requested it to be. So the very first teachers actually came from UK. I don't know where they found out about us, but they just found our website and they ordered the software. And from there, we have been receiving a constant stream of feedback and ideas and requests from teachers, and we have been trying to keep up with implementing all those into Minecraft.edu. So at the current point, it's quite well fitted or fitting into a computer lab or a similar kind of learning environment. And,
sorry, can you tell us how many schools are using it, and what sort of things they're doing with it, and with what sort of age group?
Yeah, well, my background, well, I didn't mention it at first, is in education too. So I'm a Master of Education I have a qualification to teach in a Finnish comprehensive school from ages 1 to 6. So from that background, I sort of get it's really my area of the company, just what you just asked. Well, the very first thing what schools are doing is just to release the kids into their environment and see what they are up to. It might sound a bit, okay, we just start playing some random game at school, but really, the best, I think the 2 key powers for the game. The first one is that the very beginning, if you let them build, for example, their own houses in groups, they end up having conflicts, disagreements, arguments, and from there, the teacher can involve into what happens online in a virtual environment. Teachers are experts in solving conflicts on a school break or during a school break, and now the Facebook arguments and all that, which can be very dramatic for kids, they are not in the reach of teachers very well. And now the same thing happens at school in front of their eyes, and they can really now involve and transfer the skills that the kids have. Well, most kids have good manners and they know how to be nice, and the same skills and the same sort of why case should transfer to virtual environment too. And with Minecraft in classroom, it's quite easy to transfer that kind of knowledge to the virtual environment.
So are you saying that that teachers are using it to practice social skills?
Yeah, that's the very core process that happens every time you use multiplayer in Minecraft and with Minecraft. And it's one of the, but that's also something that many schools start with because that's quite easy and natural to happen. But the other thing is that, well, like Sumata Mitra said in a TED talk, that the most important thing and education happens when there are interest and children have interest. And now children don't really make difference between the conversations they are having during school break or home or on a game. When they are playing game, they might talk on Skype and whatever, the same topics what they did on a school break. But now in school, the conversation and context are very different. And sort of the blending between formal and informal learning is one of the biggest barriers we should lower. And also in school, there are also barriers between the physical formal environment and the virtual formal environment. And the Minecraft, one of the key aspects is that now when there is something, for example, in Egypt, and you want to teach ancient Egypt, let's say a history, and for the history class, you start making an Egyptian temple. Now, because of Minecraft, it's very easy for the kids to get excited about the ancient Egypt. And now the same conversation about the Egypt, it travels to home, it travels to every different context where children are having conversations, and it sort of connects to every aspect of life through the game and through the natural interest of the kids. And that's I would say that's a very sort of powerful learning process. And when that happens, the kids, if they want to know more about Egypt, they can go to Wikipedia and learn the rest of the Egypt things that school can teach in a few hours, in a few seconds from Wikipedia. So, and that's most often something that they will remember for their whole life.
So Minecraft.edu is a program that you buy.
Yeah. So the product itself is a license or a set of licenses that you can get for school. The price for an average school that comes to us, in United States dollars, it's around $370, and that's just it. There's no annual fees or anything like that. And in pounds, probably 250. And with that, you can equip a computer lab and start paying.
And that's a site license, a one-off site license.
It's sort of at the same time it's site license, but the limiting factor for the licensing is users at the same time. So if you buy 25 licenses, you can play with 25 kids at the same time, but 10,000 kids can play one at a time. So.
But then do you also need a license for Minecraft as well?
Yeah, well, the licensing goes as you need some Minecraft licenses for every computer in use, but the Minecraft.edu extension, it's sort of an extension for the Minecraft, the vanilla Minecraft, that you need only the one. So basically the price for the licenses, the Minecraft licenses might be around a little over $300, and the Minecraft license, Minecraft.edu license is $40. So it's but what we are coming up with, well, I mentioned the content repository, and also we are bringing some features for evaluation. That's a little bit, we had the toolset ready at some point, but then we wanted to rewrite the whole thing. But we are also bringing sort of the more qualitative data-driven evaluation that nowadays, through games, it's very 80s. Evaluation, it's just statistics and, okay, 76% right from 200, okay, that means C. I don't know what it's in your standards, for example. And what we want to really do is take the attention from the results to the actual process where kids collaborated, they made decisions and solved problems in a team, that might be, and it will be a different case to evaluate. That will be a sort of a different mindset. But teachers get qualitative research studies. They sort of know how to interact with that kind of material, and I think it's just when you get going, it will open up a different dimension of evaluation for teachers.
So in your opinion, is the main draw for teaching social skills and collaboration and teamwork, or for teaching coding?
Teaching coding.
Can you use it for teaching coding?
Well, that's yeah. We currently we are making sort of a suite of coding or kind of game programming tools for kids and schools, and that project will be finished hopefully around June.
Okay.
And when that's finished, then we will have. You can use these small robots and put them to do your biddings, and you can use very basic drag and drop symbols to get them running with small children, but it goes from there. You can see how Lua code is formed, and you can actually at the very advanced level you can type in your own Lua code and give that to your friend, and the friend can use it with the friend's robots. And yeah, and if you have used Minecraft and you are into the Minecraft scene, if you Google up computer craft mod, that's something which will be usable in Minecraftedu after that is going to be finished. And also Minecraft, for more Minecraft study people, Minecraft was also just ported to Forge API, so now every Forge mod out there will work side by side with Minecraftedu, so now it's even more, if you want to get the Minecraft Edu experience to a new level, there are like a ton of mods to explore for different subjects, including tech packs and programming packs and texture packs and all that. So it's a very endless, like limitless thing to use. It's cool. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.